Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be talking about Jasmy. Let's go. All right, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate all the new subscribers coming in. Welcome. And yeah, appreciate all the likes and the comments. Great comments coming in. I like my Jasmy video that I did on how much Jasmy you need to be a millionaire. Did really well, and had a lot of comments, had a lot of people with some good opinions in there. My opinion still stands for Jasmy, but I understand that their roadmap puts them at around $17 from their words. Puts them around $17 come 2026. Again, me personally, I don't think that that's possible. Whether or not they have coins locked up or not, I just don't think it's possible based off the market cap. But I would be happy, very happy to be proven wrong. So we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, I really appreciate all the comments and the information you guys provided. But let's get into the shorter term for Jasmy. Longer term, you can see, just do this really quick. We had this wedge, we broke out. We've been getting resisted at the 236 Fibonacci, which is sitting in the 0054 area. I think on the lower, if we look down lower, we finally broke above it. But I think we're running into some issues here. Not big issues. I mean, long term, we're still very bullish. But on the shorter term, let's just take a peek here. Let's go down to the daily really quick. Again, you can see that we created a higher high here on this low. We still have not had a retracement on the daily time frame. So from the low here to the high, if a retracement were to come in, I would expect somewhere first target around the 005 area, just below it actually. Possibly there's a chance that we do end up getting down to the 0045 area, which is around the 382 fib on the retracement. So pay attention to that. Now, I'm not saying that we've topped out here for the short term. I'm just saying that this is a possibility that we could come down there because we are still looking pretty high on the RSI here. The RSI looks like it's coiling up for something, and we do have a trend coming on the RSI here, which is a divergence actually. So we have the higher highs coming in. We have the lower highs coming in on the RSI, and they are hitting this trend line here. And we also have it. Actually, it looks like we're forming some kind of a descending wedge here. Some kind of wedge on the RSI, and whichever on the daily time frame, whichever direction this breaks out to is where obviously where the price is going to go. But pay attention if you are into doing trend lines on your RSI. Pay attention to this here. If we get a nice break to the upside, I mean, just poking our the line above this trend line here, that's a good sign to the upside. And if we poke our head down, obviously that's to the downside. So pay attention to that on the RSI. We also, on the Cypher B here, we do have the red dots coming in and rolling over. And, oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Going down to the lower time frame, I want to show you that we had this wedge form here. So I'm on the 4 hour now. We had this wedge form here. We had the break to the upside, but it failed to reach its price target, and I want to show you why that's a bad thing here in a second. We are still continuing to make higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, possible higher low coming in. So let me get rid of this fib that I got here from the daily, and let's just put on some fibs here really quick just to see what's been happening. So from this low over here, we then came up to create a higher high. We found support in the golden pocket here, which is where you usually find support if you're bullish, and then we continued on to the upside. We'll draw another fib here from this bottom over here to this high over here. Again, we got into the golden pocket here between the 382 and the 618. This one is still very bullish, tapping the 0.5 fib and then moving to the upside. And also it's dancing off of this one has been dancing on the 21 EMA, then it came down to the 50 EMA, and we hit the 50 EMA, but broke through it, came down to the 100 EMA. So you can see that we're losing steam. So not only on the fibs are we going a little bit lower, so this next fib, this is even lower, I'm sure. So this one we tapped the 618 perfectly and had a nice move to the upside. But so as you can see, we're getting lower on the fibs, and we're also getting lower support on the EMA. So we are losing steam. to the upside. So a short-term correction is, in my opinion, more likely, and I'm going to make my point for my case for that right now. We had this falling wedge form, which would have then created our higher low and a push to the upside. But you can see that the price target wasn't reached, which would have been at the 0059 area. We actually only came up to the 0057 area. Now let me get rid of this falling wedge, and I'm going to make my case on why we might be rolling over here. And I'll give you some price some price targets here in a second. So if we take a fib from the top, the very high here, and we pull it down to the low right over here, you can see that on that breakout of that wedge, we didn't even reach the 618 Fibonacci, and we kind of started to roll over. Then you can see that we broke down from the 382. Then we've tried to come up to the 236 fib here, and we can't seem to get above that in 2 tries. Now, if this is going to be invalidated in some kind of, maybe this is some kind of a, I don't know, this is a terrible way to draw triangle lines, but I'll just do that anyways. Maybe this is some kind of a symmetrical triangle forming, and we're going to continue on to the upside. Well, in that case, I would like to see the price action get back above this 618 up here, which is sitting at the 0057 area. If we can break this local high over here, and also break that 618 level right there, that's, in my opinion, when this whole breakdown could be invalidated. But as of right now, it kind of looks like the RSI is just holding on at the 50 line here. We are breaking down below the 0 level on the market cipher here as well. And as you can see, the last time we did that, where we broke below the 0 level, you can see we had a move to the downside right at the 0 level. We'll go from right here. We had a move of 6.36%. It's not, I mean, it's not a big move to the downside. I'm not expecting a major breakdown here, but I am expecting us, if this does break down, and my first price target would be, since we have held the 21, the 50, and now the 100, well, you can guess where my next price target is going to be, is the 200 EMA here. Well, excuse me, I have got something in my throat. Anyway, so my first price target, if this were to break down, would be, and it'd be a slow grind. I mean, this isn't going to happen in a straight line. It'd probably, grind out. So this actually might end up being higher at the time, but follow the 200 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, and wherever the 200 EMA is, that's my first price target. Now, is that going to create a lower high, or a lower low? I mean, excuse me, is that going to create a lower low? Now, at current prices, yes. No, that's not a good sign. That could mean, more sideways action. I mean, it could mean nothing. It could mean just we hit the 200 and we keep going. But if this does break down, which in my opinion, we'll find out, if it breaks below the 0055, the 0054 area. No, I'm using the gate.io chart, so this could be different on your chart. But on my chart, if we break below the 0054 area, basically the last support here, that's telling me that a breakdown is definitely coming. Not definitely, but most likely coming. Another thing that we could be forming here is, if we go here, we draw a line there, we could be forming a wedge, something like that, which is a bearish triangle here. And so maybe we come back up and we retest the top of this wedge right around the 0056 area, and then we have our breakdown. The breakdown estimation would be right around Sunday. So sometime tomorrow is when we could see a breakdown here. Now, the price target of this wedge for a breakdown would bring us down to create a higher high still, or higher low still, right around the 005 area is the price target, 005. Now, that could, if we do remain bullish, let's actually keep that arrow here. I'm going to put a fib from this bottom here to the top and see if that lines up. So it actually, maybe a wick could come down. If we were to remain bullish for the midterm, maybe a wick comes down, hits that 005 area, and then we hold a body candle above the 786, which would actually line up, which would be just in line with our previous. So our previous fib here came down and tapped the 618 perfectly. So the next fib to hold support would be the 786. So there is that possibility that maybe we come down, we wick below the 786 and hold it with a body candle. and then we create another move to the upside. Now, if that is what comes and plays out, we really need to pay attention on that move to, let's just say we come down to the line here, and that's our new higher low. The retracement, we need to pay attention because it might get stuck at that 618 and then start to continue to roll over. So we really, this is the make or break for the next higher price target for Jasmy. In the shorter term, in my opinion, longer term, I'm still very bullish. But in the shorter term, if we're going to have a massive correction, massive as in if we go to the daily, you know, let's put a fib on there again really quick. If we did have some kind of major correction, I would expect us to come down to maybe the 0044 area. Let me move this line here down to that. So, I mean, that's what I mean by major correction. It's not like a, you know, in the macro on the daily time frame, it's really a blip. But coming down to that 0044 area would be actually pretty healthy, in my opinion. So pay attention to that. So again, what I was saying on the lower time frames, on the 4-hour time frame, if we do come down, create that higher low, and so we're still thinking we're bullish, we're kind of rounding our top here. And so pay attention to us coming back and not getting above. I mean, actually, I would say the 00532 area, which is right where the 236 Fibonacci that we were having trouble getting above is. So yeah, again, if you're following, let me draw some lines here. So we come down, we find a new higher low, we come up, and we cannot seem to get above this 382 and the 236, the macro 236 fib, which is sitting at 0053, and the local 328 right here, which is sitting at 053. And then we get that correction back down. And if we zoom out, let's just see what on the, how did I lose my white line for the daily? I must have lost it. Okay, so then let's put that back there. My fib here. So yeah, maybe we just come back down to, again, that 382 fib on the daily to find some support. But so just to make this short, in the short term, it kind of looks like we're going to roll over here. Now, again, that's invalidated if we make a new higher high. But it does look like we're getting weaker on the shorter time frame, on the lower time frames. Even on the daily, you can see that we're making lower highs on the Cypher B. We got the bearish divergence on the RSI. There's a lot of things pointing to a possible correction. In my first price target, like I said, is down to that 382 fib on the daily time frame. So just pay attention to that. I'm starting to ramble. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try and clear it up for you. But yeah, it's pretty much all I got. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and share it with your friends. And I will talk to you later.